First A is for air ball. 2 air balls in the fourth quarter. I know you might be fatigued. Let's try to hit the rim. The second A is for Andrew. Andrew Wiggins, who locked you up. Got Andrew Wiggins one-on-one on the perimeter. I think eventually you look at it and like, you can't get by this guy. This guy's got you in a vice. That's the second A. Third A pair of missed free throws in the fourth. Oh, that's fun. Oh, you think he's an 83% free throw shooter? Not recently. And then finally, the last A, and you'll love this one, Broussard, another boring fourth quarter. We need you, Jayson. How'd you do? Okay. I'll be over here. The ball will stop moving. I won't take control of the game. Can we show the graphic of just another? Okay, that's, yeah. 8 points against the Bucks. That's okay. 4 points against the Heat, sure. Oh, 3. 3 points, shooting 23%. That's not Jordan-esque. The 23 is. The field goal percentage is not. So 4 A's for me, Broussard, but it's a little deceiving. None of them are good. 4 A's. That's my report card.
All right, Wilds, look, I get it. You're about to go down in flames, you and your Boston Celtics. So you're upset. And you're turning on your best player because we got to keep it real. He's not playing anywhere near as well as he did throughout these playoffs. And even throughout the playoffs, he was up and down like a roller coaster. But as I told you, Wilds, yesterday, and look, take this segment, play this at night if you have to before you go to sleep. Just think about it, whatever. Save it for when you need it. Then you will look back at this series, and so will Jayson Tatum, and say, you know what? It was good for him. He learned. He grew. It's never fun going through the growing pains, but you got to go through them. And that's what he's doing now. So my grade, I'm going to give him a B. Okay, I know he wasn't great. The numbers look spectacular, except for the fourth quarter, right? Yep. 27 points, 10 rebounds, shot well from 3, 5 for 9, 10 for 20 overall. They look great, but obviously he didn't deliver in the fourth, and he didn't deliver at times throughout the game. However, he was their best player by a nice margin. In fact, at this moment, Wilds, he's their MVP in these finals. As bad as he's been, he is their MVP in the finals. Jaylen Brown was nowhere to be found. Marcus Smart, okay. Al Horford, where you been? Grant Williams, the great role players, Derek White that we were raving about in the Eastern Conference West. Where you guys been? So Tatum carried. The only reason they were even remotely within striking distance in the first half was Jayson Tatum. He shot 6 for 9, 13 points. Hold on. 6 for 9, 13 points. The other, Horford, Smart, and Brown shot 32% combined. And then in the third quarter, he hit the 3 straight threes in a 3-minute stretch to turn an 8-point deficit into a 1-point deficit, or maybe a 9-point deficit into a 1-point. So he had his moments. That's the only reason they had a shot at winning. That's all I'm saying. B.
But hold on. A B is way too high of a grade. Brew, what's also true is one of the big reasons they were down 16 early is because Tatum hadn't taken a shot. Like, Tatum, I think they were down 14 before Tatum took his first field goal attempt.
First 7 minutes.
And that's why Udoka took him out early. So Tatum was excellent in the second quarter, excellent in the third quarter. The first quarter was a mixed bag because he was non-existent for the beginning of it, then finished the first quarter 3 of 3 with a little flurry at the end, and then bad, really bad in the fourth. Like 1 for 5 in a 2-point game going into the fourth quarter in Game 5 of the finals is bad. There's no way around that. But as is often the case, as I have to do evidently for the national media when it comes to Steph Curry, I'm going to do for Wilds when it comes to Jayson Tatum. Take a breath, man. He is 24 years old. He is probably a touch out over his skis being in this moment already. If we are all being honest, this should be the Warriors against the Bucks in the finals if Chris Middleton's not hurt.
Oh, my
This is
God.
a stage earlier. No, hold on a second. Wait a minute.
A bridge
This is
too far, Nick. You went too far.
It's not a bridge too far.
All right.
That game, the reason the Celtics are here, they needed 7 to beat Milwaukee, and they needed a brilliant Tatum performance in Game 6 to get there, despite Milwaukee being without their second best player. The point is, I'll give you another example. So let me show you a full screen, Wilds, of 8 guys. Well, 7 guys. One guy's on here twice. I think you're going to say, those guys, those are all pretty great playoff runs, except for Shaq in 06 wasn't really great in that playoff run. What are those 8 guys? Why do we have those pictures with those years? It's the most turnovers in a single postseason. So you hear this stat thrown at Tatum after last night, that he set the record last night for the most turnovers in a single postseason. But then the truth behind that is that's actually almost a badge of honor, because it means you made the finals, you had the ball in your hand the whole time, and you're going to turn the ball over a lot. Now, would you rather have fewer turnovers? Of course. But it sounds like an awful stat, and then you realize, wait, it's Tatum, 6 Hall of Famers, and Kevin Johnson during Kevin Johnson's apex prime in 93. So, I don't think that, I think you are asking a touch too much from a guy who is not one of the 3 best players in the league.
So it sounds like a B, Nick.
I don't know if I had too much Lobos tequila in the morning or not enough for what I'm listening to right now. As you say, Jayson Tatum is over his skis. The Celtics don't even really belong in the finals after you switched your pick and you're taking the Celtics. And then you're saying, you know what? He's playing okay. As we show a pass that was headed to fans in the stands, that Jayson Tatum is not only starting for the Celtics, but he's also giving out souvenirs. It's not too much to ask for. And again, Broussard, I'm sorry to harp on this point. It is not too much to ask for a superstar to play like a superstar. That's all I'm asking for. We're asking the role players to play like role players. We're asking Al Horford to play like Al Horford. We're asking Jaylen Brown to play like Jaylen Brown. That's it. We just want Tatum to play like Tatum. And he's not. He's missing free throws. He's turning the ball over. He's shooting air balls. He's being passive. That's it. I just want Tatum to be who I think he can be and who he is. And it's not happening. And it's not inspiring, which is the most frustrating part, that someone has a chance for greatness.
It's not unusual.
Maybe we're all setting it up. Maybe this is just act 2 of the movie, and here we go, act 3. And the low point, and then...
He's not... Look, they are playing the number 1 defense. I know we keep saying Boston's the number 1 defense in the league, but Golden State's right up there. Depending on the metric you use, Basketball Reference has Golden State as the number 1 defense. So he has gone through a gauntlet. Kevin Durant, Giannis Antetokounmpo, Jimmy Butler. Now he's facing the Warriors. I'm not trying to make excuses for him, Watts. All I'm saying is this is not that unusual. And I get it. It's in the moment. It's tough for you. But he will learn from this, and you will learn
Growing
from
pains.
this.
Thanks for watching. Subscribe here to get the latest from the show. Also, be sure to check out more of the best clips from First Things First, or go watch a few segments from our other shows on FS1.